Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the brand new Transformers Studio series, Dark of the Moon 96 N.E.S.T Autobot Ratchet. A Autobot did not appear in the Transformer films. I know I said I did not appear, it didn't appear, but I say that because this version of Ratchet did not appear. Well, we saw the yellow or green version of him in Transformers 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we never saw him with a complete gray paint. And I think that they've done a really good job. I think it's really nice what Hasbro has done, making concept characters, some N.E.S.T characters. I really do like that. I really hope they maybe make a N.E.S., I don't know, maybe a Bumblebee or like maybe another version of Starscream or Brawl or something like that. But I really do like what Hasbro is doing with these characters. They're getting the old molds, repainting them, giving them new numbers, and so that people could get a second chance to get those figures you never got before in the first waves. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the figure. We're going to take a look at the box art, backdrop, etc. We're going to do size comparisons, obviously transform him, and obviously we're going to review the figure. So let's first start off by checking out the details and articulation. So taking a look at the figure's details itself, my goodness, I feel like they've done a really good job. I feel like this is better than the 2007 anniversary version of the Autobots, which we get all the Autobots including Ironhide. But I feel like this is a way better Ratchet. Although it's the same mold, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I like this more than the version he came with in the movies. I don't know, it just looks great. The paint apps, the silver and black, just look great. So let's first take a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt is obviously the same if you own the original figures, but instead it's all black, painted in metallic silver and gray, so it looks nice. And then if you look closely, you can see the eyes. I'm not so sure if you could really see them through this camera, but it's kind of hard. I will note out, give you a little note that this figure, it waddles a lot. There's a lot of joints are kind of loose, but it's still nice. We take a look at the torso right here. We can see some nice metallic silver right there, some nice detailing. We can see the car's bumper right here. For the legs, we can see that they do have a lot of nice details. I like that the fact it looks like it covers up pieces, and there's hidden pieces even though there's not. I really like the sculpt work. The sculpt work looks amazing. And we take a look at the arms. I feel like they do look nice. I really wish there was wrist rotation. I don't understand why there isn't. They could have added that. I mean, they are making this new figure, so they could have added that. But I'm fine with either way. We can see some nice silver right there. And if we take a look at the back, he does have a lot of back heel, which I did not like at Ratchet in the film. When we ever saw Ratchet, we never, ever saw this horrendous backpack right here. So I'm kind of disappointed at that, but it's pretty cool. And I think right here, if we do open this up, mostly for transformation, we can see that there is some detailing right here. So I really do like that. This is a nice touch that they added, even though you're never gonna see it in robot form. It's nice to just have. It just shows that they do take note and stuff, but they don't take note in everything. So that was Ratchet's details. Now let's take a look at the articulation. So he does have a butterfly joint right here, another butterfly joint right there. He does have a swivel joint at the bicep. He has two hinge joints at the elbow, so one to bend like this and one to bend even farther. But I'm pretty sure this is mostly for transformation, but we can create some really cool poses like that. Putting this back in. Obviously no race rotation. As far as race rotation, there is no race rotation. If you do want to rotate the top part, you can rotate this, but it's mostly for transformation. I'm kind of disappointed in that. He does have ball joints in the legs. He does have a hinge joint at the knee. He has a ball joint at the foot, so he has a lot of range of motion on the feet. So yeah, that was basically Ratchet's what's it called? Basically his articulation. So now let's take a look at how Ratchet scales with the other Dark of the Moon Autobots and Decepticons. So here we have Ratchet right next to Studio Series 74 Bumblebee. Same, almost near enough same sculpt as Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. I don't have that figure unfortunately at the moment. I'll try to get him as soon as I can. But we can see the size between Ratchet and Bumblebee throughout the movies is accurate. So I'm pretty sure this is completely accurate to how he appeared in Dark of the Moon, number 1 and number 2 next to Bumblebee. So here we have Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. I didn't want to bring in Dark of the Moon right now because I want to keep that one in mint condition as much as I can. But here's the Revenge of the Fallen. So it's the same sculpt as Dark of the Moon. So we can see that the size between Ratchet and Sideswipe, we can see Ratchet is obviously taller than Sideswipe. So there is that. So we can see that Ratchet is so far one of the tallest Autobots that there is in the group. Here we have Dark of the Moon Dino. We can see that Dino is smaller than Ratchet, so Ratchet still remains one of the taller Autobots. So here I brought in the Wreckers. We can see that they are a bit smaller than Ratchet, but Topspin with the upgrade kit is near enough as tall as Ratchet. So Ratchet and Topspin are near enough the same size. If not, Topspin maybe a tiny bit taller. From this angle, you can't really tell, but I'm pretty sure if you look at it from a different angle, you can tell that Topspin may be taller. But I think mostly the height. It's because of the height increasement of the upgrade kit. And here we have the traitor of the Autobots, Sentinel Prime. So we can see Sentinel Prime is obviously bigger than Ratchet. He was obviously bigger than all the Autobots, including Optimus Prime. So we can obviously see why Sentinel is bigger than Ratchet. And honestly, I would have really liked to see a Ratchet and Sentinel Prime fight in the film. I would have wanted Sentinel Prime to go one-on-one with the Autobots. He did at one point toward the final battle when Bumblebee Sideswipe, and I think it was Ratchet. Probably they were all shooting at him and stuff. But like, I would have really wanted to see him take on all of the Autobots one-on-one, because that would have just been so cool. So I'm just gonna put Sentinel Prime in the back, and we'll take a look at the final main Autobot. And here we have the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. And we can see Optimus and Ratchet next to each other. We can see that Optimus is obviously taller than Ratchet and all the other Autobots. And I think this makes really cool diorama. All of the Dark of the Moon Autobots together. It's just amazing. With the exception of Ironhide, because unfortunately I don't have the figure. Unfortunately, I don't have Dark of the Moon or Transformers 1 or Transformers 2. Just basically the Studio Series 14 Ironhide. I don't have it at the moment. I will try to buy the expensive 5-pack, but I mean, like, I've been kind of short on money a little bit, so I'm still gonna try to get them as soon as I can, so we can complete our whole collection. But we can see Optimus Prime and Ratchet together. They just look amazing. I did want to do one final comparison, being the N.E.S.T Ratchet and the N.E.S.T Bone Crusher. We can see that Bone Crusher is obviously bigger than Ironhide in mass and in height due to the claws, but I mean, I'm just doing this comparison because these two figures got released a long time ago, and they're getting re-released with this new N.E.S.T paint job, and I think it looks really cool. I think as far if Bone Crusher was an Autobot, he would look like a sick, really cool Autobot. I'm not kidding. This guy would look kind of cool. But unfortunately, this guy's a Decepticon, so let's get him out of here and let's just focus on Ratchet. Now let's focus on Ratchet's accessories and his box art. And also one final comparison. Here we have Ratchet next to Ratchet, the Bumblebee movie Ratchet and the Bayverse Ratchet. I feel like this actually looks really cool. I prefer the Bumblebee movie design, but I really do like this design more. It looks kind of cool. So I really do like how this guy looks like. And oh, I just did want to tell you right before I do get into transforming this guy, where here you do have, when you have it in robot form, I recommend this flap to stay open. It just adds a little bit more detail, because once you get the figure, it's always going to be closed like this. So I recommend opening it if you get the chance. But yeah. Bringing in Ratchet's box right here, we get a 97, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, N.E.S.T Autobot Ratchet. Transformers, we get that Buzzworthy art. We get the 96. Right here we get product images of Ratchet in both robot and car form. He transforms into a ambulance, but due to the fact that he's all gray, it's different, but I don't mind. Right here we can see Ratchet teams up with N.E.S.T to protect Chicago from a Decepticon attack. So this scene is not from the movie, but it's like concept, so I won't mind. I'm just gonna say, let's just put it probably after Sentinel Prime betrays the Autobots. Let's just put that scene around there. Right here we see GM Official, this QR code and stuff like that. Right here we can see the backdrop. It's the same backdrop that we do get for most of the Autobots. Right here we can see it right there, and right here we get a nice black art of Ratchet. You can barely see it over here with the lighting. Right here you can see it, but you can see Ratchet's box art looks amazing. So I really do like how it looks like. Now let's take a look at his accessory. He did come with one. I really wish he came with the buzzsaw, but he does come with this one blaster that he uses throughout all the films. And I really wish they would have probably added maybe the rocket cannons from the first movie. I mean, it's not that hard. They have so much room in the box. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna be mad at Hasbro. Hasbro, you have so much room in the box. Just don't pack one accessory, just create new ones. Come on, you're making new figures. We want to buy the new figures, you give us new stuff. Come on, man. Okay, so there, I'm done getting mad at Hasbro. Now let's just focus on the figure. So now let's transform the figure. And before we transform it, I did want to show you places where you could put this. So he does have a port right here on the arm, so you can put it right there, but that port is mainly for the buzzsaw that came with the 2007-04 Studio Series Ratchet. Now to connect this, there is a wheel right here that you can connect it on, but I mostly connect it when he's in car form, not in robot form, because it just looks peculiar. And here we have Ratchet right here. So now let's transform him. So the transformation, it is quite simple yet complicated. As an early figure, this is actually a really nice transformation. It's actually very simple, so I won't take too long with the transformation. So I recommend starting off, if you want to do the easiest step, I get his head, turn it all the way around. So basically, in a way, you kind of just snapped his whole neck. So I recommend getting the feet right here. Move them like this, like that, move them like that, and move them like that. So that we get them in this position where they do technically hug each other. You get the backpack region, unfold all the pieces like that till we get this look. Then after that, you're gonna fold the legs like this. And you're gonna fold the foot like that. So just how you saw, you're gonna fold the foot, fold the leg, and now we can see how these two pieces connect so well. So then after that, you can see how this piece is gonna connect. So you're then gonna flip this whole region. So there is this region right here, so you're gonna flip it all the way around like so. And this piece never changed, so you don't have to worry about that following it around and stuff. And then after that, you're gonna get this piece right here, and then you're gonna fold it like that, and then make sure that the wheels right here, you gotta make sure that they fold like so. Let me show you again, because the camera didn't show that well. So you have them like this, just fold them like that. You're gonna fold them like that, and then there is this flap on the leg, so you're gonna disengage that right there and attach it right there. So you're just gonna attach it like that. And I don't like that this figure is a bit what's it called? Flaky. Not flaky is not the word. Panely. I think that's the word. Panely. It has so much panels. It's kind of I really kind of hate it when a figure does that, but it's not a big deal, but I just it's kind of weird. But it does create really cool designs. So everything we did on the other side, you're gonna do on this side. You're gonna fold it like that. Make sure that this orange part goes underneath right here. So once you're transforming this guy, when you have it like this and you're like, oh, it's not connecting, you're just gonna get this, just sneak it in there, or you can lift this thing slightly. Try not to lift it so much because it could break if you're not careful. And then after that, you have this figure completed, and you just tab in all the pieces. And then there is this piece that I have no idea why it doesn't connect. It's supposed to connect inside these slots, but it doesn't for some reason. I think that's just a skill issue with my figure. But there you have Ratchet fully transformed into that really cool ambulance, and I think he looks really nice. I'm not like, I think that this looks like an army ambulance, a secret ambulance that like the army is using, or in this case N.E.S.T and the Autobots are using to transport stuff. And I think it looks really, really cool. I really like it. I'm not kidding. I won't be doing vehicle size comparisons because, well, it kind of I don't know. This guy doesn't really look like he's worth it. But I'll just do one or two size comparisons. So let's get to the size comparisons. Oh, here we have the Ratchet next to Bumblebee and sideswipe my original figure, sideswipe. So we can see Ratchet is, he looks kind of small compared to sideswipe. I'm not kidding. But I feel like sideswipe should be smaller. But anywho, I'm not one to judge right here, but I think that these figures look really nice. They look really cool with one another. I think you could create some really cool scenes and stuff with Bumblebee leading and the Autobots following right behind. I really do like Ratchet's alt mode. I'm actually really liking it. It's really coming to me. It's attaching. I'm not kidding. So now, putting the other guys away, just taking a look at the detail on the alt mode. He looks amazing. We can see the Autobot logo, N.E.S.T right here. We can see some right here, some numbers. I can't really tell what it says. It has an F, a 0681 SRE4 for sure. Maybe, I don't know, but like how the other one said, how Bonecrusher said all hail Megatron on one side. So I'm not really sure what this says. I'll probably find out later, but I really do like this nice attention to detail. If you can find out what this says, tell me in the comment section down below. I'm not kidding. Tell me in the comment section, because I can't really tell what it is. Now to put his blaster accessory, you're gonna put it right here in this little hole, and right there we have Ratchet with his blaster, and it looks kind of like a camera. Honestly, I'm not kidding. So I like to keep it off because it looks kind of funny, but I don't really mind. But yeah, so that's Ratchet in his alt form. So now let me give you my final thoughts about this figure. So some final thoughts for Transformers Studio Series 96 Autobot Ratchet, the N.E.S.T version. I recommend this guy. He's pretty fun to play with. Not the best transformation. It's kind of flaky. I mean, not flaky, panely, but I don't mind. This figure is actually kind of nice. Compared next to the other Autobots, he looks really nice. He looks like, it felt like something was missing in the collection, and then when he came into the collection, boom, it was all fixed. I was like, oh, there we go. There's Ratchet. There we go. Now we feel, I feel better with the Autobots having Ratchet by their side, one of the OG Autobots. So yeah, as far as rating goes, I'd give this guy probably an 8.2 out of 10. Looks kind of nice. I do have some critiques. Maybe the joints being too loose. Also, probably this wheel part kind of being kind of loose. Also, the shoulder area is kind of weird. The torso part keeps disconnecting. So you know what? I'll just lower the ranking. I'll put him at a 7.7 out of 10. So yeah, you're pretty average deluxe figure. So I recommend this figure if you want to complete your collection. Really nice, really fun to play with. So some final thoughts, 7.7 out of 10. I recommend this guy. Get him as soon as you can. You could only get him at Target or on Hasbro Pulse. If you find this guy online at Walmart, do not, I repeat, do not get it, because it's just another realtor selling it at a ridiculous price. You gotta get this guy around $24, $25, or even lower if you can. Here in the USA, it's around that price. So if you get this guy at a cheaper price, that's good. But always try to, your first option, go to Target and find this guy. So thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment, and until my next review, I'll see you all then. Thank you all for watching.